What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent week. What a difference a couple days makes, huh? Because Monday night, everybody's doom and gloom and depressed and angry and fire everybody and we suck and we don't know what we're doing, to a couple days later where everybody's a lot more encouraged as you see the vision for the Jets offensive line and you kind of see how Joe Douglas is attacking things and also the opportunities he's creating for the organization as well. So today, the team traded for Morgan Moses from the Ravens, a swap of fourth-round picks, gave up a sixth. You kind of wish the Jets, they're kind of making up for a mistake they made a couple years ago by letting him go. He was a very good right tackle. He's consistent. He's physical as hell. Good guy for the locker room. So you have Morgan Moses at right tackle. You keep AVT at right guard, Tippmann at center, John Simpson at left guard, and then you have your left tackle to be named. But this is kind of what you want. You're slowly but surely filling holes, giving yourself a lot of flexibility for the draft. Also, based on the money these guys are making, Morgan Moses, $5.5 million. I think John Simpson was, 2 years, $12 million with the opportunity to make up to 18. You're not breaking the cap. So some can call this very, pragmatic approach. Not conservative, but a really financial savvy approach. Or some could say the Jets are being cheap. You got to spend big to get big players. So that remains to be seen. I guess that says, how much faith you have in your coaching staff to coach these guys up. That's been a criticism with Keith Carter and Downing and Hackett last year. But I think you're seeing a change in what the Jets are trying to do, where I think they maybe finally realize that Breece Hall is a bell cow running back, and they don't want Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball 45 times a game. So they're going to try to run the friggin' football. So you're having guys that are physical. And instead of doing all this, motion and all the other different things, all this finesse, zone schemes, everything else, I think you're going to see a lot more smash mouth, man. I think this is what you need. Run the ball, pound the ball. Then you got to open up play action pass for Aaron Rodgers. Now the question comes, what do you do at left tackle? So the Jets right now are in a position to make a big move, but I don't think it's going to be Tyron Smith. I know you saw Mike Francesa tweeting all over the place, and this must happen. I think right now with the flexibility you have, if you go out and get Bakhtiari, which I know all the injury concerns, but if you make him a stopgap, assuming he can pass a physical, you make him a stopgap, and then you draft somebody and have that where maybe Bakhtiari plays 2 or 3 games and you transition over to the rookie. Because the last thing you want to do is you draft a kid, say you're starting week 1 no matter what, and the kid struggles and gets overwhelmed or anything else. I mean, look at the Giants with Andrew Thomas. It took a little time. So if you have Bakhtiari there, maybe that could be your transition plan. Or you go a different direction. I know Jonah Williams is gone now, but I don't think Mekhi Becton's not an option. So I think you may see the Jets go that route where they go, first pick in your first round pick's a tackle, a left tackle, but you also have a veteran there as well. Carter Warren could be your swing guy. So there's a lot of different things here, but at least you're seeing building blocks, you're seeing a vision. The wide receiver group is where it's interesting. As Calvin Ridley's gone, goes to the Titans. I wouldn't have paid him that much money. I'm hoping for Tyler Boyd, but I think the last rumor I saw, it was the Steelers and Patriots that were kind of interested in him. So now it's like, how do you address wide receiver? I think the Cortland Sutton thing is gone. I think the Denver Broncos are probably content keeping him with Jerry Jeudy out. So Mike Williams was released today by the Chargers, where a couple of years ago he had a huge year. He's 30 years old, coming off the ACL, quality guy. Everybody loves him, can run all the routes, great with the catch balls, like the 50-50 ball. He's all these things. It's just he's injury riddled. So do you want to take that chance? Do you want to bring him in with an incentive-laden deal? Would he even take that? I'm sure the Chiefs will be interested. A lot of teams will be interested. Or do you look at like a guy like Curtis Samuel, who I think is, a very versatile receiver? Do you even go into like a Marquise Brown, like speed merchant there? And the whole T. Higgins thing, I don't see happening either. So then you wonder if you do, how you handle all these things. It's like, do the Jets try to surprise us and pull a rabbit out of the hat with the receiver we don't know about? Or do they say, you know what, we'll sign a lesser tier guy and then draft one? If just draft class is loaded. So it's going to be really interesting. But I think the one thing you could say is that the Jets right now, the way they've spent money so far, they're poised to make a big move. If they want to make a big splash move, they're in position to do that, which is a good thing. They're also slowly but surely giving themselves some flexibility with the draft too. But I think the way they're handling things, I think they're going to do something. I mean, I just get this from the knowing what the Jets are, knowing Woody Johnson and wanting to sell tickets. They want to have that big splash, especially with the Giants right across the road from them, making all these big moves. So that'll be interesting. Obviously, having Morstead come back for 2 years, Zerline back for 2 years is good. The safety position is going to get interesting as Jordan Whitehead's gone. And apparently Ashton Davis is looking to start somewhere. So I'm wondering if that's just a negotiating ploy to see if we can get more money out of the Jets. But safety position, you may need somebody there. You got Chuck Clark back. You have Tony Adams. You probably want another guy, a guy with some range. So going to be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they do. Again, free agency's not 2 days. It's you've got plenty of weeks if things roll out, and you're trying to get good value. But I think you have to kind of feel a little bit better about what the Jets are doing. It's just a matter of you want elite. You want to get one more like top level playmaker on offense, and then you got to look at what are you doing at running back? Well, as well as if you have this new say smash mouth offense or more physical running offense. You have Breece Hall, obviously, but who's going to be your other guy behind him? There's a lot of running backs out there. The market's been crazy as hell, but I don't think Izzy's ready for that. You kind of want a consistent number 2 behind him. So who would fit that mold? And that's it. So let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.